Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be trying out some viral TikTok recipes. It's been a while since I did a video like this, so I'm really excited to give it a go. These are some recipes that I've saved and have been wanting to recreate for a while now. So I thought, why not make a video out of it? I hope you stick around till the end and enjoy watching. So let's get started. The first recipe I tried out is cinnamon roll pancakes. I've had this on my list for a long time after seeing a girl make it on TikTok, and it looked so tempting that I had to try it. To start, I cracked open an egg and whisked it, then added sugar and oil. Ideally, you should add the sugar before the oil. So first add the egg and sugar, whisk it well, and then pour the oil when you're making it. Next, I added milk and mixed it all together. Then I added in all-purpose flour and baking powder and mixed everything gently to get a smooth batter. For the cinnamon swirl, I mixed softened butter with cinnamon powder and mixed it a little bit. Then I added granulated sugar into this and tried to combine everything together. Then I took about 2 tablespoons of the pancake batter and mixed it into the cinnamon sugar mixture and poured it all into a piping bag. I didn't have a piping bag, so I used a Ziploc bag instead. I kept it aside. Then I heated some butter in a pan and poured the pancake batter. Then I made swirls on top with the cinnamon sugar mixture. You can make these pancakes in 2 ways. Either flip them for a crispy top or cook them without flipping to get a neat swirl on top. If you don't want to flip it, just add a tablespoon of water, cover the pan with a lid and let it steam cook. This way the pancake cooks fully on top without needing to flip it. When I did it, I found that the pancake was fully cooked and you could see the beautiful swirl on top. But I decided to flip mine because I like a crispy top and wanted to caramelize the sugar. This way it tasted even better because of all the crispy bits of the cinnamon. The most fun part was making those swirls on the pancake. It was so satisfying. You can actually use any pancake batter recipe you prefer for this. Next time I'm thinking of using my whole wheat flour pancake batter because that's my all-time favorite. I'll make the same cinnamon swirl and icing but with the whole wheat flour batter instead. To finish, I made a simple icing like the one you usually see on cinnamon rolls using powdered sugar and milk. I'll put the exact quantities in the description below. And that's it. The pancakes were done and they were delicious. Honestly, this was my favorite recipe out of the 4 TikTok recipes that I tried. Next, I tried the viral crispy roasted potatoes recipe. Honestly, anything with potatoes is always a hit because we all love potatoes, and if they're crispy and roasted with seasoning, it's just next level. So for this recipe, I peeled some potatoes and cut them into big chunks. Then I boiled the potatoes until they were tender. I also added salt while boiling it. Then I drained the potatoes and put them back into the pan with a lid. Then I gave the pan a good shake to rough up the edges of the potatoes, as you can see in the video. This helps create those nice crispy bits when they get roasted or air fried. I then spread some olive oil on a baking tray and I laid the boiled potatoes on top. I also added whole garlic cloves because I love the aroma and flavor they infuse into the oil. There are different versions of this recipe on TikTok. Some people roast the potatoes for about half an hour first, then take them out and add a mixture of minced garlic, fresh rosemary, and a bit more oil before roasting again or air frying. I decided to go with whole garlic cloves and kept it simple. I then drizzled a bit more of olive oil on top of the potatoes, added cayenne pepper, a bit of black pepper, and salt. I then air fried them for 30 minutes, took them out, flipped them over, and air fried for another 30 minutes. In total, I air fried them for about an hour and a half, that's 1.5 hours, to get that perfect crispy texture. The only downside to this recipe is this long cooking time, but the results were worth it. The potatoes turned out super crispy on the outside and soft on the inside thanks to boiling them first before roasting. My potato lover Hamad tried them and gave them a triple thumbs up, so I think it's safe to say they were a hit. Did you hear that crunch? Those potatoes were so crispy and delicious. Now moving on to the next recipe, which is somewhat similar but uses pasta instead. It's the viral pasta chips. For this recipe, I boiled the pasta for a minute longer than usual, then drained it and added it to a bowl. While boiling it, I added a lot of salt to the water. I then seasoned the pasta with cayenne pepper. This is quite similar to our usual red chili powder. I also added black pepper, paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. I drizzled olive oil over the pasta and mixed everything together. Then I added some grated Parmesan cheese, gave it a good mix, and spread the pasta out on a baking sheet. I then air fried the pasta chips for about half an hour initially, but they weren't quite crispy enough, so I popped them back in for another half an hour. After a total of 1 hour, they came out nice and crispy, just like chips. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of this recipe. The texture wasn't quite to my liking, but the kids loved it. They really enjoyed the crunchy pasta chips and gave this recipe thumbs up. But I don't think I'll be making this again. You guys can give it a try. You never know, you might like it like how my kids liked it. The main recipe that inspired me to make this whole video about viral TikTok recipes is the viral cucumber salad. This was the one I really wanted to try, so I thought why not try a few other recipes as well and make a video out of it. So here we go. To make the salad, I used a mandolin to slice the cucumber into very thin slices, but you can also slice it by hand if you prefer. Then I added some salt and a bit of water and let it sit for half an hour. After that, I drained the excess water that the cucumbers released. This step wasn't very clear in the original recipe, so I hope what I did was correct. I just discarded the water. Then I added soy sauce and rice vinegar, sesame oil, minced garlic, and chili oil to the cucumbers. I put everything into a jar, closed the lid, and gave it a very good shake. And that's it. The cucumber salad was ready. It was a nice and crispy salad with a little kick from the chili oil and a tangy flavor from the vinegar. It was so packed with flavor. I loved this one. I also sprinkled some white sesame seeds on top to make it look nice. And that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed these recipes. If you know of any good viral TikTok recipes, please let me know in the comments. I would love to try them out in my next video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave a comment because I love reading them and they motivate me to keep posting. Until next time, bye. Thank you so much for watching.